Don't settle for fakes. My duel-taining is the real deal.
Hey everyone, it's mekklord. Today I'm going to be showcasing Odd-Eyes Magistus, a deck that was played at Worlds and remains untouched because Konami refuses to nerf Raging Pendulum. So this is still playable. Pre and post ban list. This deck is like not the worst Odd-Eyes variant out there. I mean worst in terms of like how boring it is to play. The basic idea is you wanna end up on a was the Magistus spell Spirit and 1 with a shooting riser setup that allows you to go into Trishula 0, which means you have shooting riser at level 3 and 2 level 4s on the field. And that's two big disruptions that is kinda hard for your opponent to play against. And that's what the deck does, and in order to achieve that, you play a couple of Magistus cards, Riona such as the Fusion spell, which you are going to need to summon AOS, and Endymion is just a pretty cool card that can equip itself with Artemis the Maiden in order to search out any Magistus monster that you might be able to, like, say you're not able to go into Riona, which is basically just a free special from deck because Konami keeps designing terrible cards in this terrible era of Yu-Gi-Oh! You get to search Riona in a normal summon it. And then Zora, the Magistus of Flame, is like not a necessary inclusion. You can do without. You can cut it from deck. Watch, I'm just gonna do it. But I like playing it because it kinda unbricks certain hands. Like, you can equip it with Artemis and then immediately triggers its effect to special summon Endymion. You can go into Riona from there. And then you can search, you know, Riona into Magistus Invocation, and yeah, that's what the deck does. I feel like maybe I should cut it there. Like, it unbricks my hand as much as it bricks it itself. I don't know. The rest is just the classic Odd-Eyes package. You only play one Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon because you don't need more than one. You play 3 Wisdom Eyes, cuts level 4 spellcaster that you can use to exceed summon Riona. I just noticed both of these are named Riona. I'm gonna call this one Baby Bear, and I'm gonna call this one Riona from now on. Joker, Noble Dragon Magicians integral to your turn 1 setup. Pentcall is still limited 3, even though you don't play any other limited 3 cards. And this deck is like, it's absurd that this deck didn't receive any substantial nerfs whatsoever. Like, sure, you can't really play Orcust anymore, except that you can play Orcust if you trim down the numbers, but it's like this scale was a mistake and Konami refuses to acknowledge it, so this is what we're stuck with. Anyway, let's check out some replays. So here I'm playing against very powerful deck Red Eyes, huge meta contender. I'm only showing you this because that's how you perform the turn 1 combo, the ideal turn 1 combo. I don't even do it perfectly either. It's fine. As you can see, I've opened Pentcall because this card is limited 3, so you basically open it every single game. I also have Wisdom Eye and Noble Dragon already. That's fantastic. Pentcall sending Wisdom Eye because it can special itself. Noble Dragon, sorry, because it can special itself from grave. Set of Dragon. Said, you know, you've seen this a billion trillion times. Oh, Raging Pendulum is still a 3/3 because Konami is terrible at designing completely fair shit. I'm adding the Dragon Pulse back because I don't care. I'm not gonna pen summon my entire hand anyway, so it's not like this changes anything. I guess this guy, I did pen summon this guy. I guess I'm keeping the Silver Claw in hand. I make a mistake here actually. I should've, okay. I realized like 2 seconds after making this, I made a mistake. I should have used Zora's effect to equip it with Artemis in order to then get a search for Endymion. And I would have had Endymion in hand. Which I don't think changes much because I'm still able to do the setup, but it just means that I have one less card in hand, being the performable Silver Claw. But it doesn't really matter. You can play this deck like a monkey and still do great with it, which is what I do. Anyway, XC summon Riona, and then you have to do the shooting rider line before you activate Riona's effects because it locks you into Magistus from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. So Special summon Noble Dragon, going to Shooting Riser. Shooting Riser is going to send a level 4 tonight to level 3. Send to an Endymion, doesn't really matter what you send. Reliona is going to special summon a Baby Bear from deck. Baby Bear is going to search the Magistus Invocation. Because I played this like a complete monkey, I have to use Magistus Invocation with my both 2 spellcasters on the field. I searched the Endymion, I would have been able to use the Endymion from hand and keep the Magistus there on the field, so I wouldn't have to normal summon Silverclaw afterwards. Doesn't really matter though. So I summon AWAS, I summon Silverclaw, so I have AWAS, which is basically Snatch Steal. I have Shooting Riser, being able to use either one material to go into Framelord Zeta, like say if it gets targeted by Book of Moon early on and I have to tag out, I can go into Zeta. Or if it doesn't, I can go into Trishula, banish 3 cards. It's completely fun, completely fair, completely balanced. Maybe Trish should go to limited 1 and the regular Trish should be freed, just to avoid this sort of like tomfoolery, because I can't think of many decks that, well, they're probably going to find a way to quick play the, whatever. To ignore what I just said. The Red-Eyes players activate Insights and Wyvern, they get the return, which sure is going to help them a lot in this difficult matchup. They activate Fusion, they send Zernotron, and Red-Eyes Black Dragon, which was really good because it means my Trishula is not going to be able to banish back row, except that it is because Red-Eyes Fusion prevents them from special summoning from their turn. I activate Roulette after doing all this, which I think is really funny. There's just no respect for me. They get to add Red-Eyes Fang. They play Meteor Dragon Red-Eyes Impact, which is the coolest thing you're going to see in this video, by the way. I really like this card's design for some reason. It's just a big dragon meteor. I'm really fond of it. It's not good, but it looks cool. Anyway, he's gonna leave main phase. All of your effects activate in main phase, so I have to synchro summon for Trishula now. Because if she goes in battle, it just gets to walk over me. Same with AWAS. And I'm gonna activate Trish during this chain. I'm gonna activate AWAS in the same chain, just in case the last card in hand is Forbidden Chalice. So I can steal the Meteor Black Comet Dragon, which is big attack number, and clean his back row, and then I can punch him and he dies. That's what the deck does, everyone. Isn't that interesting? Wasn't that a fun and interesting game? Someone else using Raging Pendulum. Wow. It sure is fun that the ban list isn't implemented until way later in the month, so that people can still play completely broken deck and rush to cog with them. While people wanted to like play rogue decks, or like say you want to play Rockets with Dark-Armed Dragon, and you're waiting for Dark-Armed Dragon to get taken out of the limited 3 list. Well, you have to wait until this fucking asshole is done cogging. Sorry, Boko, you have to wait 3 weeks. And then have fun with the week that's left to reach cog. This game sucks. This game is garbage. I hate this video game. It's genuinely not a fun format. Like, I'm tired of, like... I've been a huge defender of, like, skills in Duel Links in general. I think, like, in retrospect, Onomata Play was not the most obscene thing anyone has ever seen. Should have had more conditions. I want to apologize to all the Galaxy Ice players that have slandered. Your skill was dumb, but it was not this dumb. Like, look at this crap. And the fact that Konami forces us to, like, suffer this format for a couple more weeks after they announced the ban list. Also, you opened up horror. That's pretty nice. You know that's not a pre-nerf ban list, by the way. Post-nerf, rather. This is pre-nerf. And he goes, Galatia! Oh, wow, make up horror! Wow, I've never seen this before! Oh, I'm so excited to be able to face up against nothing but this for another 2 weeks! Haha, sets return! Wow! He says returns the nightmare, and the nightmare is ends the whirlwind, and then oh god, it goes from Dingus. Wow, such a cool thing. Wow, you're such a cool player. This is not even a good setup. Like, this is so pathetic. This guy is not even good. But because the ban list was announced, it's like, oh no, I gotta rush to cog with my completely broken deck that's gonna be left unplayable. It's insane that Konami, like, lets players be fucking toxic and dog shit at the game for like 3 weeks after they announced the ban list. That's just insane to me. You should just announce the ban list on the 30th or like 28th of each month and be like, hey, on the 1st of next month, all of these cards, they're gone. And you have like 4 days to adjust, and if you didn't reach COG, you have 4 days to adjust to a new season. You still have the end of the new season to get to COG. And then it's bye. It shouldn't be fucking ban list announced on like the 9th and then it goes live on the 24th. That doesn't make any fucking sense. That's what Konami does, apparently. Only for Duel Links, though. Like, Master Duel does get ban lists. They're like, okay, well, hello, it's April 4th. On April 15th, you're gonna get these changes. It's insane to me. Small indie company, Konami, can fucking do ban lists the way every other developer does, including themselves. Very funny. Anyway, just watch this piece of shit game. Activate of Dragon, activate Wisdom Eye, Wisdom Eye pop itself, and get the Dragon Pits. Activate the Raging Pendulum skill. Oh wow, what a skilled interaction this was. And then activate Oath Dragon. Oh, but they popped my Oath Dragon. No, they popped the Dragon Pit. Oh no! Fortunately, I opened fucking bonkers. Like, even for an Odd-Eyes hand, this was really bonkers, being able to play through the one destruction that he set up because he's bad at the game, with double Wisdom Eye, double Oath Dragon. So yeah, oh, I mean, Pendulum Shokan. Oh, cool, Odd-Eyes Pendulum I'm so tired of seeing this fucking stupid dragon. This is such a weird design too. What are those? What are those? What is giant Konami Horde doing there? Why is my dragon pregnant? Anyway, I left one space open on purpose so I could special the Noble Dragon, and then I go Trish immediately and I banish his whole field. And then he concedes because he realizes that he sucks and you're lethal on board actually. Wow, what a fun game this was. Did you enjoy the part where both of us activated our skills to go +3 and then nothing of consequence happened because Konami refuses to nerf completely broken skills? Wowzers. Oh cool, it's another Yu-Gi-Oh player. Oh wow, they're on Raging Pendulum too. That is such a cool, unique and interesting... Oh, it allows for so much creativity, everyone. Don't you see how creative we are all being here? Wow, we're all playing the same 9 cards and then we slot the shittiest engine that we can find. And we call it a day. Like, people piss their pants when you make a Cyber Dragon deck that has like 5 monsters in it and call it Cyber Dragon. Oh, that's not Cyber Dragon. But for some reason, when you put like 5 Magistus cards in a deck and call it Magistus, everyone's like, oh, it's completely fine. Nobody's like this. I'm just... Anyway, the guy conceded immediately. I don't know why. I guess he realized that that game sucks and he'd rather be playing something else. Oh, I'm going second again. I'm not even saying anything. What's the point? What's the point? Where's this guy playing? Oh, this guy did a weird thing I didn't understand, but he's also playing a completely Bronco skill that doesn't require any intelligence whatsoever. So he's just clicking yes. That's Duel Links. You click yes until things work out. Normal summon a card I've never seen before, and they make a Synchro 5. That's Card Warrior, everyone. There it is, Card Warrior. It's the Synchro Chase, the target, a special summon a Crier. Oh, well, that's kind of a cool play, actually. Wow, you get to make a Shooting Riser Dragon, which also as a card probably should never have been made to begin with. Synchro summoning during your opponent's turn. That's what leads to the destruction of the world, believe it or not. Anyway, sets 2 and passes. Like, what do you even make with these two? I can't think of a relevant 10. Maybe a Stardust Warrior. And that's it. Whatever. Pen Call. Another Pen Call. Dragon Pit destroys one of the cards. He gets to activate as Dragon's Prison. Must be nice. It's kind of cool that I targeted the Ice Dragon Prison. Raging Pendulum, because I only have 2 cards in hand. How dare I only have 2 cards in hand? I must have, like, at least 4. Like, it's insane that you just get to have 4 cards in hand because of the scale. Right? Even after using, like, so much of your hand to set scales and stuff. Like, I get that Pendulum decks suck, but this is definitely not the way to fix them. Anyway, Ice Pendulum Dragon, Wisdom Eye, Endymion, and Camelump, which is very funny. Endymion is going to equip itself with Artemis. Artemis is going to get myself the Riona. Endymion is going to pop the Artemis to draw a card and put the Riona back in the deck. Don't know why he did that. It's kind of funny. It's kind of one of the funniest things you can do with this deck. One of the only funny things you can do, actually. Summon the Riona. I called her Riona again, should have said Baby Bear. Anyway, at this point I make Trish 0. Which, like, he didn't activate this so far, right? What are the odds that this is anything relevant? Maybe he activates the Shooting Riser? No, he doesn't. You know he doesn't. He banished for violence, and then he just concedes, because I was gonna activate the Riona to special, Baby Bear. Baby Bear is gonna get me the fusion. Well, I'm bored just talking about it. I guess the one other cool thing I could have done was... where is it? Yeah, use the Zora to equip. But I didn't have the Artemis anymore, so actually, you don't do that. Don't do this. This is a cool deck. No, it's not. I don't think it's cool, but on paper it seems cool. That's the deck, everyone. A glowing testament to Konami's dogshit design that is creative in a way that we keep justifying to excuse how completely bullshit this single skill is. Like, this is not fun or interesting in the least, in my opinion. This is just a deck where you make the same combo line every game, and if you get disrupted, you fold immediately, because this is what I hate about modern Yu-Gi-Oh! All of these glass cannon decks that are insanely consistent and do the same things every game and suffer zero consequences going first for like any form of like relevant interaction. But going second, if one of your pieces gets removed from the board, suddenly you can do anything. And I don't think that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Should aspire to be, you know? I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh! Is made better by being a combo fuckfest, where these kinds of decks are allowed to prosper and completely dominate the meta, even more so than usual, because Konami released its skill that said, just add 2 cards to your extra deck, and then because of the cards that we made you purchase in a structured deck, you get to add one of them back to your hand. I don't think this is fun or fair or interesting or a good meta game to be in, and I hate Odd-Eyes with a passion for this very reason. I hate Speedroids with less of a passion, a bit less, because Speedroid is still at its core a very competent deck that actually has some restrictions on it. And I hate Orcust, not at all. I think Orcust is a really cool and an interesting deck that keeps hitting the fan, because Konami thinks that by nerfing a deck that isn't completely reliant on a skill to prosper, they're gonna hit other decks. That doesn't make any sense. Like, there's no reason why Orcust should have been hit any harder than this fucking crap. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Sorry for all the swearing. I'm just really not into this game at the moment, and probably won't be until the next format, which I'm sure will have some degree of completely obscene and unfun bull crap that I'm not gonna enjoy either. So look forward to that. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you guys and gals and non-binary pals next time.